I prematurely cut off that last video. My apologies. So I'm just going to wrap up with a few quick closing thoughts, and then of course you can pretty much consider this lesson done. Make sure that you understand the idea of the fundamental theorem and the second fundamental. Essentially that a derivative and an integral cancel each other out and you end up right back where you started. The next lesson, which has a lot to digest, is going to build on that foundation. But in the interest of not overloading ourselves, I think it's most important right now to simply let this idea marinate. And once you have a chance to really make sense of it, even if you think it's easy, then the next lesson, which is a whole separate playlist, whole separate day on the learning plan, will build on that intuitive foundation that you've built. If it still feels a bit puzzling, pop into the office hours, ask some questions, have me go over it again, or just ask whatever thought seems to be kind of sticking in your mind as a weird, unfinished business sort of thought, and have me clarify. But we're going to take this concept a little more slowly so that we don't necessarily have to feel like we're just piling on all this abstraction. This is not a practical, gonna save your life type of process. This is not the kind of calculus that makes airplanes fly or cars go, but this is the underpinnings of what makes a lot of other practical ideas in calculus work, which is why we study them. So appreciating the fact that this isn't going to have a tangible purpose in our life, but it is going to help us understand the tangible stuff better, is hopefully going to sell you on the idea that this is worth taking the time. So between now and the time that you start the next lesson, whether it's on a different day or simply at a later time on the same day, make sure the idea makes sense. And if it doesn't, take the time to reach out and ask, and I'll be glad to give you as much context as I can with the implied understanding that it's not meant to really be bigger than it is. Derivative, integral, cancel out. That's the moral of the story.